Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be looking at Binance Coin and its valuations against Ethereum, and we'll take a look at the US dollar as well. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. So, with Binance Coin, and why if this is the first one you're watching when I cover this asset, I mainly look at the Ethereum valuation. Mainly because I feel like it is a competitor for Ethereum when we look at Binance Smart Chain and that network. Obviously, crazy differences between the two, and some that are very staunch similarities. But regardless, it's important to look at if two assets are competitors with one another, to look at the valuations and the relationship between the two assets. The greatest one would be like Cardano versus Ethereum. That is one ratio that I do tend to look at, mainly because that they are competitors, and mainly and also because of the chart. But Binance would fall into that category as well. With that said, we do see in the previous cycle how Binance Coin was treated with Ethereum, and we see multiple lines of support with the 20-week moving average. It's pretty consistent. Here we're having our first and main test of this cycle of the 20-week moving average, and it seems that Binance Coin is trudging along against Ethereum, and that's pretty impressive. From the wick to where we are right now, we've dropped off 48% against Ethereum, but since the week of May 17th, we have rallied about 30%. Taking a look at the US dollar, same thing is happening. We're riding the 20-week moving average. You see this extremely long test of the 20-week moving average prior to the move up. And so here we are yet again at the 20-week moving average the second time. When we look at the previous cycle, unfortunately, you don't necessarily see that much going on with the 20-week moving average. We see that this long support level here, and then ultimately breaking it back into 2018. So I wouldn't necessarily look at maybe the valuations of Binance Coin against the US dollar to some degree, because it can be misleading. If you're taking a look at only this cycle and see this, where you say, well, the 20-week moving average test of the 20-week moving average here should repeat itself. Well, not necessarily. We saw the same exact thing and it did the complete opposite. If we stack these two together, we can make it even more confusing. So you can you would remember, if you looked at this whole period here, right? The same time when Binance Coin hit the 20-week moving average and ultimately broke it, this entire period, Binance versus Ethereum was holding the 20-week moving average. Okay, I can flip it back to this, and you'll see that again, consistent hits of the 20-week moving average all the way up to January 2019, whereas the 20-week moving average was broken against the US dollar on the 18th. So with that said, I still think Binance versus the BNB ETH ratio is the chart to look at if you are interested in accumulating Binance token. And it's mainly because of its relationship with Ethereum. You want assets. It'd be very nice to have assets that are able to outperform Ethereum. Binance Coin can be one of them. Cardano can also be one of them. So with that said, this is where we are. We're holding the 20-week moving average fairly well. It can last for quite a while, but it isn't incredibly hard to say at the very least, because when we look at the previous cycle, it's all pretty instant. It's the following week or 3 weeks at most until we see a decisive bounce off the 20-week moving average. We're going into our fourth week at the 20-week moving average this time around. So very interesting to see. And I'm pretty confident that BNB will stay in the top 10, at least for this cycle. And therefore it should theoretically hold this moving average in order to outpace the rest of the altcoins versus Ethereum. And so I'm pretty confident it should hold against Ethereum. Against the US dollar is an entirely different story. We see a lot of altcoins that are holding the 20-week moving average against the US dollar on the US dollar chart. And if any sudden move from Bitcoin, well, those things are going to break very easily. But because we're looking at BNB versus Ethereum, the relationship kind of changes. The US dollar doesn't necessarily matter. As long as Ethereum is dropping more than BNB, this valuation will continue to go up. Anyway, that is all for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.